Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to take a look at a really special guitar that I recently purchased, a 1988 Ibanez RG350 made in Japan. Let's check it out. Alright, so I found this guitar in January on Reverb, and like almost all of my buys, this was an impulse buy. But still, I'm really happy that I did it, although the price got kind of out of hand. My initial offer was 360 euros, but when tax came on top of that and the shipping, I landed a bit over 500 euros, so not quite the cheapest buy. But still, I'm really happy that I have it. Let's take a closer look because it's really nice and interesting. The original Ibanez RG350 was introduced in 1988, so a year after the Jam and the RG550, which is like the bigger sister to the 350, but it's still made in Japan and was only made to 1990. And I think they moved the production to Korea then. So this is one of the early models. It has the plaque here, neck plate, which says made in Japan. You have the TRS 101 tremolo, which is really nice. By the way, this arm was not included with the guitar. It came with this one, which is definitely not the original one with this white tip. Yeah, it's a threaded insert, which fits, kind of, but you have to really tighten it, and then it's, you know, I don't know, it's just weird. It doesn't really work with the guitar. This is the arm of my RG550 Genesis, which has the edge, original edge, I believe. And this fits nicely. I mean, it's a bit too high, but still, it really works nicely with this trem. And the trem is good. It's a really nice trem. Like, nice control, nice fluttery, if you like do the cricket noises and stuff, which is really good. Speaking of hardware, you've got Goto tuners, so they are also made in Japan. You have the old layout of the volume knob, so it's really close to the bridge pickup, and in fact it's too close, so they moved it away from the bridge later on in other models, and it stayed like that until today. But back then it's really close and you bump into it all the time, and because it's so easy to turn, I find myself to have the volume like not all the way up. So maybe I will install a pot with more resistance to, yeah, get rid of that problem. I believe this is a basswood body, like all Ibanez guitars from that time, or most of the Ibanez guitars of the time. A one-piece neck with a scarf joint here, which is not broken, but you can feel the transition. It's like the wood has dried up even more and created a little gap, but it is unbelievably stable. If you just play a chord, I'm really pushing here. It just doesn't move. I mean, it's a bit thicker, but still, it just doesn't move. And you've got this really dark, and I love this rosewood fretboard. It's really dark. Interestingly, it looks kind of way too clean for the guitar, if you just take a look at the rest of the patina on this guitar. So I am really sure that this must have been refretted at some point, where the fretboard has been sanded a bit to make it clean. Or the reverb seller must have cleaned this and polished the frets, because they are really shiny, which is super unusual for a guitar like this. Usually when I buy guitars that I use, they have like oxidized frets and stuff with tons of gunk. This is so clean. However, the frets are definitely worn. It said in the ad they have a lot of life left, which is not kind of the case, because if you bend like notes up here, they just die out because the frets are so uneven. So this definitely needs a fret job, which is something I have planned to do in the next couple of weeks or months, if I have the time. I want to refret this with stainless steel frets and really make this a perfect vintage guitar, because the guitar has so much potential. I don't know if this is a placebo effect of it being old, or I know that it's old, but it has so much character. It really sings. It has the Ibanez V3 humbuckers with an S1 single coil here. They just sing. It is unbelievable. A reason why I got this too was the way it looks, and I mean the patina, because it really has some really honest wear, which is really cool. Now you could go ahead and say, now this maybe has been relicked to be sold as an original one, and it's not an original one. I doubt that this has been done, because it's not a 3,000 euro gem or so that you would want to sell for a really high price. This is still 360 euros, which is really affordable. There's no way that someone relics a guitar for that cheap. So speaking of the body patina, when I did some research about the guitar, I found that it was available in a couple of colors, like, you know, yellow, black, white, I believe, and red. But the red doesn't match this red. And if you take a closer look, you can see where the paint has chipped. There is another layer of red beneath this pearl burgundy, which is the original red, which is much brighter and more, you know, reddish. This is kind of, yeah, burgundy, a bit purpley if you have it against the light. It's hard to see, and it's metallic. I don't know if the original one was metallic. If I take a look at that, that is really cool. You can see it here, wearing through the different layers. So the new paint, the old red, and then some white primer, and then the wood. Also worth noting, this guitar has all the screws, all the pieces that it came with originally. It has the back plate with the original rusty screws. It has the truss rod cover with the original rusty screws. It has the string tree. It has everything except, yeah, okay, except for the serial number, which has been taken off at some point in time. You can still see where the sticker was, which is a bit unusual. I didn't know they had stickers back then. I thought it was like printed. If you know more about this, please let me know. It is not 100% sure that this is an 88 model. However, I believe so. If I believe the Ibanez wiki website, it says the red was only available in 88. Plus the way the guitar is spec'd with a 22 fret neck, it is, I don't know, 95% sure that it's an original made in Japan RG350 from 88. So if you know more, please let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure that this all matches up perfectly. I haven't taken off the neck yet to see if there are any stamps on it, but I will do that in the future, and if I find something out, I will definitely let you know in another video. Yeah, I'm really happy with this guitar. Although it doesn't play that great, but just the way it feels, or the way it makes you feel, is really, really special. And once this has proper frets on it, with a good leveling, and stainless steel frets, which do feel way better than these worn things here, this is going to be a dream vintage guitar, I'll tell you. It's so incredible to see the patina and the wear, like it's honest wear. Where you play solos, like the fretboard has, you know, been sanded away by playing, and also the wood came through here. You can feel the bare wood already, so someone played the guitar through the finish. So the neck feels a bit sticky because the finish turned glossy, so I don't want to sand this down because the nicely aged look is coming from the nitro finish, I believe. If you know more about that, please let me know. But I don't think that the wood itself has darkened over time, it's the finish, because if you would sand this down to bare wood again, it would probably be white again. Because if you take a look at where the serial number was, the wood is brighter than the rest, probably just because that sticker prevented UV radiation to darken the finish and not the wood. Yeah, so much about my RG350, which I'm really happy to have. And as you can see lately on the channel, it's just like all Ibanez all over the place. But I'm really feeling my passion for Ibanez guitars, you know, growing back. I started with Ibanez and then, you know, went some customs here and there. But I don't know, just Ibanez is a really deep passion for me. Can't wait to pull the frets on this and refret it. I've never done this before. I've built guitars and I have installed frets on newly cut fret slots. I've never removed frets from a guitar, so that's going to be interesting to do, and I hope that I'm not going to damage anything, but I think if we take the time, be patient and do everything the right way, it should be nice. So yeah, that's the plan. Remove those frets and put some really nice and shiny stainless steel frets on here with maybe some super round fret ends. We're going to see how that's going to work. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this guitar, more of other Ibanez guitars, and of course just, you know, more gear than just Ibanez. It's not an Ibanez exclusive channel. I'm going to just to mention that here. A special thanks, as always, goes to my patrons who are supporting me and my channel and also projects like these. Thank you so much, guys. Stay healthy, and I will see you next time.